Hello, dear sports fans, and welcome to a new episode of Games and Names. Our featured sport for this episode is Taekwondo, and our featured star guest is Farah Zubair, who is a member of Egypt's ladies Taekwondo team. Let's get to know more about Farah and about Taekwondo in the upcoming minutes here on Games and Names. Taekwondo is a Korean martial art characterized by its emphasis on head height kicks, jumping spinning kicks, and fast kicking techniques. Like Tang So Do, Taekwondo always requires wearing a dobok. It is a combative sport and was developed during the 1940s and 50s by Korean martial artists with experience in martial arts such as karate, Chinese martial arts, and indigenous Korean martial arts traditions such as Taekyon, Subak, and Gwambyop. The oldest governing body for Taekwondo is the Korean Taekwondo Association, the KTA, formed in 1959 through a collaborative effort by representatives from the 9 original kwans, or martial arts schools, in Korea. The main international organizational bodies for Taekwondo today are the International Taekwondo Federation, the ITF, founded by Choi Hong-hee in 1966, with a partnership of the Kokuyon and World Taekwondo, WT, or formerly WTF, founded in 1972 and 73 respectively by the Korea Taekwondo Association. Yorugi, a type of full contact sparring, has been an Olympic event since 2000. The governing body for Taekwondo in the Olympics and Paralympics is World Taekwondo. Beginning in 1945, shortly after the end of World War II and Japanese occupation, new martial arts schools called kwans opened in Seoul, the capital of South Korea. These schools were established by Korean martial artists with backgrounds in mostly Japanese and Chinese martial arts. At the time, indigenous disciplines were all but forgotten due to years of decline and repression by the then Japanese colonial government. The umbrella term traditional Taekwondo typically refers to the martial arts practiced by the kwans, or the schools, during the 1940s and 50s. The emphasis is on speed and agility in this sport, as it is a defining characteristic of Taekwondo and has its origins in analyses undertaken by Choi Hong-hee. The results of that analysis are known by ITF practitioners as Choi's theory of power. Choi based his understanding of power on biomechanics and Newtonian physics, as well as Chinese martial arts.
My name is Farah Zubair. I'm 22 years old. I'm a student at the University in Cairo. I study political science and business administration, and I play Taekwondo. I started playing Taekwondo since 2006 or 2007, so around 13 years ago. My brother used to play Taekwondo, and so my mother took me to training with him, and then I slowly fell in love with the game. I joined the junior national team when I was 17 years old in my senior year at school, and then I joined the first team, or the senior national team, in 2017, and now I'm playing at the shooting club in Doi. The most important championship I participated in was the national team qualifications in 2017. This is my most memorable championship because I remember training really hard for it, and I really wanted to join the national team. And I was on a very strict diet at the time because I needed to reach a target weight. And I was very stressed before the championship because it was very important for me. And thankfully, with the help of my coach, I was able to win first place, and I joined the national team after. And it was a very important championship for me because it really boosted my confidence and it made me believe in myself more. And because I really liked the way I played at that championship, and it was my ticket for me to join the national team. In Taekwondo, the main characteristics of a good player are strength, speed and flexibility. But for me, I think one of the characteristics that's even more important than those is to have self-confidence, and you have to have an unbeatable spirit to believe in yourself that you're unbeatable and that you're the best in your weight category. And in every championship we see less talented people beating more talented athletes because they believe in themselves more and they're willing to do anything to win. So I think spirit and motivation are very important as well. So Taekwondo is a martial art like judo, boxing and karate, but the difference is that Taekwondo is predominantly focused on the legs. So we fight with our legs and we don't use our hands much. In the past we didn't even use our hands at all, but recently we started introducing the punch, but it's only to the stomach. You can't punch to the face unlike other sports, but you can kick anywhere to the face or to the body. So using the legs is the main difference between Taekwondo and other martial arts. My main motivation in Taekwondo was my coach, Hassan Nahnoush. He used to train me for 10 years since I was a little girl, and he just stopped training us a month ago. He always used to motivate me to come back to training and push myself to the maximum in order to perform very well in championships. And whenever I had a bad experience in a championship or in any game, he used to motivate me to come back better and stronger. And he believed in me, so that reflected back in my self-confidence. And also my teammates, they motivate me a lot, even though Taekwondo is an individual sport, but we train as a team, so we cheer on each other and we fight together as one big team. So my teammates have also been a big motivation, and my family and friends as well. They have been very supportive throughout all my Taekwondo career. One of my biggest idols in Taekwondo is Hidayah Malek. She won the bronze medal at the Rio Olympics and she participated in the London Olympics as well. I remember watching her in the London Olympics when I was much younger, and I was very happy for her, even though she didn't end up securing a medal, but I believe that she could in Rio. And I remember in Rio 4 years ago, I was very happy to watch her and see her win. It was a very touching moment. And I was looking forward to watching her this summer as well in the Tokyo Olympics, but hopefully next year I'm going to be watching her win a medal. Ranking is usually individually, so every athlete has his own ranking instead of countries being ranked. But Egypt is the top amongst African and Arab states. And internationally, Egypt is performing very well. We have 4 qualifying athletes to the Tokyo 2021 Olympics. So this shows that Egypt is performing very well amongst all other international states, even though we don't have a lot of the opportunities that they have, but we're working very well with what we have and what we can afford at the moment. We can spread the game more in Egypt through awareness. I think we need more awareness and through the media. I think that the media should take the opportunity whenever there is a positive examples of athletes, and try to shed some light on them and portray them in a good way to spread awareness. I think in the past many people didn't know about Taekwondo. They didn't know that such a martial art existed. But I think after Hidaya's medal in the Rio Olympics, the sport became more popular. So I think if we use more positive examples and give Taekwondo more space in the media, we could spread awareness. And we could also portray a lot of the female athletes playing Taekwondo, because many people believe that Taekwondo is a too aggressive game for women. But I think this mentality should change. And if we show athletes, women athletes who are playing very well, I think that should inspire and motivate other people to join the game. To join the national team, you need to get first place in the national team qualifications. So these happen every year, and you participate in your weight category, and you need to win first place because so that the federation knows that you're the best in that category in Egypt. And once you win first place, you join the national team, and you start taking some tests, physical tests, for them to know where you stand and to be able to adjust the plan for you accordingly. And then if you perform very well in the national team inside, then they start choosing you to participate in championships abroad. So in the Olympics we have 4 weight categories for both males and females. In males we have 58, 68, 80 and heavy, and for females we have 46, 57, 67 and heavy. The rules of the game are pretty simple. You can't, so you take a warning and you deduct a point if you get out of the court within the borders, or if you kick below the body. Also, if you speak in the game or show your anger towards the referee or anything like that. The points, if you kick to the body, you get 2 points. If you punch to the body and the referees on the corner think that it was a strong punch, you take 1 point. If you kick to the face, it's 3 points. And if you do a spinning kick to the body, it's 4 points. So before Corona, I used to go to university in the morning and then go to my training at the club at night, 3 times a week or more during championship season. And after Corona came, we all started training at home for the first few months. My coach used to send us home workouts to do that were a mix of both physical training and taekwondo training for us to stay in shape. And right now life is getting back to normal, so we started training again at the club 3 times a week. Of course, we take all precaution and try to maintain a safe distance, but that's a bit hard because taekwondo is a contact sport, so sometimes you need to get close to the person you're playing against. But we just train and take care and just hope for the best. My hopes and dreams are to get better every day and maintain my position as the national champion. And I want to keep training until I can't no more. And I want to keep playing because this is where I go to de-stress and let go of everything and let go of some of the energy inside me. And I also wish for Taekwondo to spread more around Egypt because it's a very beautiful game. And I think we should also raise awareness about women athletes in Taekwondo because there are not enough women playing, and I think if we raise that much awareness, more athletes will join, and that could in the future raise Egypt's ranking internationally.